and it's just notice. Things change and it's just notice. Notice. Sometimes, man, it's just notice. Things change and it's just
my
notice.
people, there's no warning.
There's just notice.
Worldwide,
There's just notice.
headshot, red dot. Wanna talk about sports? Well then let's talk. But try to go against my team, you best not. We all married to the game, this is wedlock. And Everton with the family with the throne. Get the word on the street from Agye and Jones. Real ones, we respond badly to clones. If you try to elevate, then get at me. Come on. Converse with me, 10 topics in 30 minutes, brother, certainly. Bringing you positive vibes and diversity. We weather the storms, we made it through adversities. We still here, those obstacles we surpass. Focus on the futures, we ain't dwelling on the past. Choose to spread love, cause any day can be your last. Let me welcome you back to the No Warnings Podcast.
Yes, welcome back to the No Warning Podcast with a little bit of a twist. We've obviously been gone for a minute, but with good reason. My brother, my partner in crime, my talented co-host just had a beautiful baby boy. Zaven. Sick name. Kind of rattled they didn't go with Craig like I suggested, but we'll let that slide. But honestly, congratulations Agye and his whole family for adding a new member to the crew. But obviously, he's been a little busy, right? So I took it upon myself to dig up some old audio. This is one of our first recordings ever, so pardon the audio quality might not be the best. But we get into the 2006 Oilers run, break down where we were, and Agye honestly gives one of the best stories I've ever heard in my life. No surprise, since my man's lived a wild life. But don't worry, everyone, we'll be back together soon. When? It's no warning, baby. You're just going to have to keep your eye out on your feed for it to drop soon. But till then, enjoy. What I was saying is, like, I have never experienced winning. So, like, I never had it. Like, I never had... Like, I had... Like, we had...
Like 5 when they won the last trip.
Exactly. And to me, that's just too young to, like,
too young
you know...
to really know.
To grow... Like, I'm sure I was watching it, but, like, I don't have that formative memory.
Yeah, even 7 was young, but I remember.
Because to me, it's Marchand. Like, it's Marchand days. You know, that's, like, to me, like... I was lucky enough, like, my dad had, like, split season tickets, so we got to go to, like, a third of the games. So I remember...
They were still quality.
That was the change. Like, at least we could win to the playoffs.
That's
yeah,
it.
we lost to Dallas. Yeah, we lost to
Hard
Colorado.
workers.
C'est la vie, right?
Hard workers, boy.
Bro, I got the Oilers logo shaved in the back of my head when I was a kid going to one of those playoff games.
When you're a kid.
So wild,
Haircut
right?
designs are the bomb, baby. Damn.
And then, so 98 is, I just got to make note of this. Like, what if Pocklington would have sold it? Like, he made the deal with the Houston owner. Like, it was done.
Yeah,
and then the EIG came in at the last second. And guess how much...
I remember hearing on the radio that morning how it was, like, pretty much going down. And people were like...
Yeah, they had a 12-hour to make it happen. Guess how much they had to come up with to buy the club?
$16 million.
$70 million.
That's it.
That's
I was lowballing.
I know, that's so crazy.
I'm like, that's 2-year contract.
And I have no idea. Like, I should have checked their net worth now. 70 million. So that kept them alive. So yada yada yada. Let's fast forward. Okay, we'll go to
$1 million from a group of investors.
Yeah, all that Cal Nichols. He kept it gangster. He made sure it happened. So 0506. This is the run. This is like where finally, yeah, like I had the little baby playoffs, but now I get like real playoffs.
Yeah.
So we'll quickly run through. So in that draft year, we had Cogs. That was in the draft year, Cogliano and stuff. No other big names. So they beat Detroit, beat San Jose, beat the Ducks.
Oof, and I remember all that.
Me too. Hit me.
Quick story is I went to one game from each round of that Stanley Cup. And I remember the third round game, I bought tickets for like $3 something a piece, me and my boy. And at that time we were like young, and that was crazy money for us.
Totally.
But like,
well worth it.
At the time, there was nothing bigger in Edmonton than a playoff game. And like you said, that was the first time we were like adults.
Yeah.
When the Oilers were in the playoffs.
Total
like,
game changer.
Had a job, had money, was doing something to have $300 to spend on one ticket. But I went to one game. The first 2 rounds, the ticket wasn't as...
Were you sitting together?
Yeah, we're together.
Oh, that's a
win. But man, I'll never forget that. And I'll just let you run with it because the finals was a different story. But
yeah. So, yeah, well, we'll get into that. So obviously Rolly goes down. Big changer. How did you feel when they got Carolina? Like going into it, what was your thinking?
First of all, the high was so crazy because we all know we were 8th.
Oh.
When we beat Detroit, it was almost
Best
like
team in the league.
This is gonna be
President's
just like
Cup.
a party because we won the first round by fluke, and then maybe we're gonna just like lose the next round.
Yeah, it felt like the Marchand years again, right?
But at the same time, Edmonton always, and we got it again when we just had our last run, Edmonton always has this juice when the playoff starts.
Oh,
the energy in the city
delirious,
is different, and then the games are just way different. You always feel like the Oilers are gonna win today. You can just feel that juice in the playoffs. The Oilers are gonna win today. The boring Edmonton regular season vibe just goes through the roof, changes.
Yeah,
everyone is just down. Your mom's down all of a sudden. You know, the people at your kids' daycare are like ready to go. Everyone's ready to go. All the bars are ready. It's just like...
Yeah, that's where every radio, every TV go by, you're hearing the game.
So by the time we got to the finals, honestly, there was in my mind no chance we were going to lose. No chance. But the Rolison thing was a game changer.
Yeah, well, poor Ty Conklin. That's the other thing. We can't forget that.
How funny is it? Conklin.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone's about to mess it all up.
Well, and I wondered how close they were on the depth chart because they just threw UC in real quick. So, like... I don't know why they even went to Conklin in that game, but that's a decision for Mac T. So let me ask you. Obviously, we all know the story here. Game 7 loss.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
This is another crazy part of the story. So at this time, I'm rapping. People who know me know I was in a group called Peep Game for about
Millwoods?
almost 10 years. Yeah, Millwoods. Represent Southside. So... I had went to one game in each round, and then when it was coming up to the finals, the World Cup was about to start in 2006 in Germany.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Tam and Saliwa. Big time, straight out of high school to the pros. He played his whole career in Europe, straight from high school.
That's bonkers.
And we were all like, always thinking, oh, it would be cool if we could go visit Tam. So then the World Cup's in Germany. Tam's lived there like 6 years, and I'm like, this is like my perfect time to go visit Tam. Ghana made the World Cup for the first time in history. So I'm like, everything stars aligning. But the crazy part is, Peep Game, we're about to open for Mobb Deep in Edmonton the day I'm supposed to catch my flight to leave.
No way.
I remember being like, yo, this is my biggest show ever.
Yeah.
And I talked to my dad.
Where at?
It was at Rum Jungle. The infamous Jungle, baby.
I always call it Rum and Jungle. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm just an idiot.
But that was a classic E-Town club for a minute. So
you're talking to your
dad, and he pretty much was like, which one is bigger deal to you? And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I love my group. This show would be crazy, but I've never even traveled the world yet at this point. So going to Europe, it's like a no-brainer. So I'm like, okay, I'm going. $700 round trip ticket. Wasn't bad price.
That's not too bad, eh?
Exactly. So I was there for the final. Long story short, fast forward, we're there for the finals. I'm keeping track online. This is the old internet, not this new everything's right there at your fingertips internet. Exactly.
Yeah, it's slow.
So, real talk, we just get word from people at home that the Oilers are like down in the series. Like, I think, was it 3-0 or 3-1?
3-1.
So I'm like, damn, feeling sad, but I'm like, at least I'm in Europe and I'm crushing World Cup. So it doesn't really feel as missing out on white out parties. You know what I mean? I'm watching girls getting choked by the police. So I'm kind of like, okay, we left at the right time. So anyways, one day during the trip, we go to Paris. Just on some whim. We're just like, let's go to Paris, 6-hour drive.
So close, yeah.
Tam knows how to get there quick. We're never going to get this chance again. It's only going to be for a day. So we're like, fuck it. Let's just go to Paris. So we go. The morning after, I check the internet and I see, oh, Oilers won. I told my boys, like, sick. 3-2, you guys, we won. So, but I'm still thinking we're going to lose. But it was dope that we won.
Going back to Edmonton.
So then I see again, when we went back to Germany now, shit, Oilers won again. It's 3-3, guys. Oh, shit. And the craziest part is our plane to get home is gonna be the day after Game 7. So Game 7 is on the night before we leave Germany. And I would be like, the party continues, because I was here for the first 3 rounds, went to the World Cup. Oilers make a comeback. We get back home. Boom. Shockingly enough, the game's on German TV, ESPN. wild ass translation, you know, Heinz and Mainz, and I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen
Oilers,
hockey in
so
German.
it's
That's
all
funny.
good.
Yeah,
We still watched it with the sound because it was a cool experience anyways. But we all know what happened, and then it was like the biggest shot death at the end of the trip.
Oh, what a
That was a
buzzkill.
wicked experience, wicked summer, but just that one game. And it shows you how much you get reminded, how much you love your home team too. That's what I got reminded. Because
Totally.
after all that fun and excitement, and I'm still in another country on a high, but the Oilers lost, and that just made me be like, damn.
You still have that part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Never
Made
go
it feel
away.
a little bit sad. Then the next morning, I remember being like, damn, that would have been crazy if Oilers won. But no lie, if I wasn't gone, it would have hurt me worse. Because I'm one of those emotional fans who has to think about it for a few weeks after. Like I was
That's where
on
you're
the
shutting the
third line
phone
and
off. I
shit.
know, that's the crazy thing.
I'm like, I
It's
know
a
I could have got
sickness.
that tip in if I was on the ice.
Like, I'd love to see if they did like studies on that, like hooking people up to like fMRIs when they're watching sports games
yeah.
and stuff, so you can see their brain centers
I'm
firing
not
off.
a breaking stuff guy, but I'm like the level probably down. Like when Joey Bats hit the home run,
Yeah.
I had to go on my deck and scream like fucking home run.
Yeah. You,
Crazy, and I felt my heart rate bust. That's why I like sports is deep to me because the emotional connection's so strong, man.
yeah. I'm a yeller. I'm not a breaker either.
Okay.
I'm just. I'll just
same here.
yell.
And I like do
Both
shit
ways,
like I
whether it's
play,
good or
like,
bad.
I'll pound my chest like I.
I-
You know what I mean? I'm like I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm Michael Jordan. I'll step over you, Tyronn Lue. I hit that shot.
Run the jersey across and hitting it.
Yeah.
See, I was here. I was,
you were here. To my surprise, you weren't in the World Cup with
No,
me.
I wasn't with you because that was fresh out of high school. Like I was 2 years out of high school.
Straight up.
So yeah, I just gotten back from BC. I was playing cards in Kelowna and then came back, and my boy had was like manager at that Earls in Sherwood Park. So that whole ride, we were just like constantly, we'd go there and drink
And
pound for
Edmonton
free.
runs off Earls.
Yeah, oh my god. No, but it was Sherwood Park Earls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and
So you got the
so-
low-key Earls on the
well, I was
side.
just saying, like it was a hot spot, if you know what I mean. Like it was just like straight dimes there,
Yeah,
right?
straight up.
And then it was like we'd all just split a van cab, just come into White Ave. So insane. Well,
So
one thing too, like, could you ever imagine? Like, there was never like I've been so smashed in my life, so gone. Never once did I look. I'm like, huh? I'm gonna climb that pole. Like I'm like
Yeah,
these
boy.
people are just insane. And I'm gonna like I'll be the first to admit that's a white thing. Like
yeah.
only the white guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
doing that.
Oh
you know?
yeah,
That's
you
called.
ain't gotta tell me,
yeah,
bro.
like
Oh
honestly.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I'd love to see it one time. Like
Brother was down there trying to shake the pole, trying to see his motherfucker fall down.
yeah, they're all. That's the
Being
other
a
thing is
badass.
then his buddies are trying to kill him. Like that's so insane.
Yeah,
Same with the shopping cart thing. I'm just like,
yeah.
people are
Why
so
people like to
crazy.
do crazy shit.
I know. I'm just
man?
like, I just want to dance and maybe have some sex tonight. You know, like
Yes.
that's
my
all
man.
I had.
Yeah, straight up.
So that was devastating, but it was in a different weird devastation because it was like the expectations were so low, right? Like you know, because it was like we didn't expect as much. So, but it still hurt. Like
hurt
it wasn't like all right, we're just happy we got to the show.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
no.
no. That is now we're entering the decade of darkness.
Darkness, everybody! Darkness is spreading!
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this No Warning Confessions of a Couple Oilers Fans episode. Please download, subscribe, and if you got a minute, just please fire a review up on Apple. We really appreciate all the love. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at No Warning Podcast. We appreciate everyone's support, and we'll be back soon. Love you guys.